We've all had those awkward dates, when you're just not vibing with the other person, no matter how hard you try. Blink-182's bassist and singer Mark Hoppus had a classic "this is not going well" moment during a dinner with none other than Melissa Joan Hart, the star of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. And honestly, it didn't go anything like a scene from one of those rom-coms where the sparks fly and everything just clicks. In a candid excerpt from his memoir, Fahrenheit 182, Hoppus shared his experience at the Teen Choice Awards, where he met Hart. Apparently, she found him interesting enough to have her publicist reach out to his label's publicist to pass along her number. Sounds pretty normal, right? Well, maybe not in the world of Hollywood dating, but hey, that's how it works in Tinseltown. Hoppus admits he tried to be cool, dropping some Hollywood jargon in an effort to impress her. But here's the kicker, she had been famous for years, so he quickly realized that his attempt at sounding in the know probably didn't have the intended effect. And let's be real, if you've been in the game as long as Melissa Joan Hart has, you've likely heard every line in the book. The two decided to go for sushi, hoping it would spark a connection. Spoiler: it didn't. As Hoppus puts it, it was an awful date. Sure, Hart was very nice, but it just wasn't clicking. She talked about acting all night long, which, of course, makes sense, her life revolved around it. But for Hoppus, that was a tough sell. "What else do you like to eat?" he asked, hoping to change the subject. Her response? "Mostly whatever's available on set." Ouch. The awkwardness didn't stop there. When Hoppus asked about her reading habits, Hart replied that she mostly read scripts for work. Can you imagine? It was like they were living in completely different worlds. As Hoppus notes, the conversation didn't flow, and it felt like both were trying to talk past each other rather than connect. "We just weren't a great match," he said, and honestly, we can't blame him for feeling that way. After dinner, things took an interesting turn. Hart invited him back to her place, but Hoppus, realizing that he wasn't exactly having a magical evening, opted to call it a night. He had a music video shoot to prep for the next morning, after all. But here's where the plot really thickens. Back at his hotel, Hoppus received a voicemail from Sky Everly, an MTV booker. Everly asked him to call back, and they quickly got into a deep conversation that stretched on through the night. Hoppus admits, "We talked for so long that the sun came up and we realized we'd talked all night." That phone call turned into something much more than a casual chat, it was the start of a serious connection. Fast forward to 2000, and Hoppus married Everly, with the couple welcoming their son, Jack, just 2 years later. Funny how life works, isn't it? What started out as a disaster of a date with Hart ended up being the prelude to a beautiful marriage and family. Funny how fate can surprise us like that, don't you think? So, the next time you're on a less than perfect date, remember, it might just lead you to something even better. Life works in mysterious ways, and sometimes, the best things come when you least expect it.